Friends, hi, hello, how are you? No, really. Tell me how you're doing down in the comments. Welcome back to the Curvy E Chronicles. My name is Courtney, and I am so happy you found your way to my little corner of the internet. Today, as you can see, we are going to be doing an April, technically week 3, but for us, week 2 check budget. Let's dive in. All right, let's get started. So as always, real quick, let's zoom y'all in. I do right at an angle-ish. Whee! There we are. So my husband's income did not change this week. It does have the potential to change next week just because there was a kind of a delay with his job. So he is on his way to being a journeyman electrician. He's about to take his test, which we are very excited for. He does have his hours fully complete, but within that, the job he's working on right now, there is equipment and things that need to show up before he can continue working. So it's hard to explain, but he could potentially be working in a different union, which doesn't pay as much. So next week check could be a lot different. However, once he takes his test, we are so close to him being like at full wage, which is going to be freaking awesome. So we might have a couple hard weeks, but then we are going to go straight up. Anyway, let's dive in. So as always, we are going to start with our bills. And for anyone new here, I add up all of our bills. So our rent, our power, our insurance, our vehicle loans, and our subscriptions and our garbage service and my husband's dues. And I add those all up, divide it by 4, and I set aside enough to cover all of those each month. So every week I set aside $500 to cover all of our like household 4 walls bills. That's $500. Though our power bill has been through the roof, way more than normal, and I'm not a fan. So I might have to start upping this. But we will see. I'm going to give it, I do have some extra set aside. We will see, because this, not this. Our power bill was $183, which normally this time of year, we're like down around 100, 110. So not totally sure what's going on. We're going to kind of try and keep an eye on that, but we may have to start upping that amount. Anyhow, so then we go to our debts. So we have our 2 credit cards. We have our STCU card, which is a 0% interest balance transfer that we are paying off. We do have our city card, which is one that we use continually. It's our Costco card. That one is getting $300. I used to budget $250, but with the price of gas going up the way it is and the price of everything else, we're tossing another $50 towards that. Now, the exciting part. This last 2 weeks, we have jumped up how we are paying our debt, and we are now shoveling $250 extra towards our camper to get this paid off. If we can continue this progress, we will have this paid off by this fall, which I'm extremely, extremely excited for. So we will see if we can get that far. But that is all of our obligations at the moment. Now let's calculate what we have remaining for our variable expenses. So we have $310.57 remaining for our variable expenses and savings. So that's what we're going to write down. Next is our savings. So we are going to go to our Christmas and our car maintenance. Christmas always gets 25, car maintenance gets 27. And if you want to know how I figured out these numbers, I will leave a video linked up here in the cards explaining how I think there are different ways of going about figuring out these numbers. But there is no other online transfers that we are going to do this week. We're just going to keep it to the 2. And one of my children just ran behind me. and is being kind of sneaky. So we may have to pause and come back in a moment. So we're going to take our 3, 10, 57, and we're going to subtract our 25 for our Christmas account and our 27 for our car maintenance. And that's going to leave us 258.57. Now we're into variable expenses. I forgot one of my pens. So we are going to do our groceries. And then we are going to do Cody's spending. And you know what? Looking at my calendar looking at my calendar over here. We do not have anything coming up this week. So those are the only two we are going to do. Yeah, I don't have anything, which is great. That's nice because then it means we can put more towards our sinking funds and cash envelopes. So we are going to do $20 for Cody, and then we are going to do $60 for groceries. I don't know that I'll need that much because I did do quite I kind of shopped ahead last week. I did a meal plan for 2 weeks just because I didn't want to have to fight grocery shopping. We wanted a weekend at home to do some spring cleaning. So let's take that out. So we have minus 60, minus 20. All right, so that leaves us with 178.57 for our sinking funds. So now we bust out the orange pen. So non-negotiables first is family photos. Then we have tattoo, which is coming up way soon. Family fun. And I'm just going through now of the way. Bubba, you're okay. We're not getting our way. Date night. And this is just how my envelopes are set up in my binder. So we'll decide if we're going to stuff these or not. Anniversary. Can't spell. What are you doing? Okay, my apologies. I was out of frame and I was dealing with running toddlers. Okay, let me finish this up really quick. I will speed you up. Okay, so now what we are going to do is go into my challenge books, the two I have going. So first is family photos, which is in this book. And honestly, because we might have the potential for income change, I think I'm going to do another big number. So we are going to do 28 this week. 28. Tattoo. I think with this one, I was kind of doing some rough guesstimating. And I think I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see that. I might be too zoomed in. I know the sun is really bright too, but I'm enjoying the sunshine. Much needed. I think I'm going to do 30. Just because if we do have a short check, I don't know that I want to make sure I get this done before we go. So I think I'm going to we're just going to go heavy. We're going to hit it heavy. So we're going to do 30 and fill in 2 hearts on this one. Okay, the other non-negotiables for us is going to be gifts because we do have a birthday party coming up. So I am going to put 15 into gifts. And then chickens obviously is going to get 10. I think I am going to have to take some money out of chicken envelope to go get starter feed for our chicks. They are huge. I'll try and get some more recent footage to put in here right now. I love they're so cute. They're getting so big and they love to be pet. It's so much fun. Okay. Holiday, I have upped this one to 50. I think we're going to keep it at that. Travel is going to get 20. And then let's see where we are at. Okay, so we have $25 left. So what I want to do is put 10 into nails. So that gives us 15. So I want to say one of these is close to 100. I think date night is. So I definitely want to put 5 into date night. I think we're going to skip garden this week. Yeah, we're going to skip garden. And then we'll do 5, 5, and 5. Yep, that should do us. Yeah, we do have a birthday party, so I do need gifts. The one I keep skipping over is birthday. But the thing is I know as soon as my husband's increase for being journeyman status goes in, we will have more wiggle room to play with, to stuff like all of the fun, like all of them if we want to, even with just $5. So I think we're going to stick with this. So down here, that leaves me at 57 cents in the buffer, which is fabulous. And my buffer is actually going to start growing more because I did cancel my Audible subscription. It was fun when I was working. I drove so much that it was nice to have so I could listen to and from work and daycare, because I had a 45-minute, not including traffic, one-way trip from my house to daycare and then to work, and then from work to daycare to home. So I used to listen all the time. Now it's not so much of a thing. So what we're going to do now is go flip page, and we are going to go into our cash breakdown. All right, now we are going to fill out our teller slip real quick like. And then we will take this to the bank. 2035. Awesome. All right, so we will take this to the bank. That's what our budget looks like. You know, we're still able to stuff quite a few cash envelopes, which I'm really proud of. A lot of that's due to not eating out and sticking to our budget. I will say there are times when we do go over budget, we are still using our city Costco card, and that's why I am dumping more to it each week, just to kind of make up that difference. But I'm really excited. This will be the second week we'll be able to dump $250 extra to our camper, and I have it kind of mapped out. I don't know where I wrote it down, but I went through and like mapped out how long it would take us, including interest. I was bored one day, which I rarely ever say, but I did have time one day. So if we can keep this momentum up, we can have our camper paid off by August or September. I know I figured out my husband's truck would be paid off in a year. My car would be paid off by next December. And then both credit cards would fall in between all of that. So very exciting things. Granted, we will see how next week's income looks. I won't do a budget with me next week. It'll probably be the week after, because I try to do them every other week. Just because I have other ideas and things I like to throw in on the video schedule. So anyhow, that is what we are going to do. We are going to take this to the bank, get our cash, and then we'll see you in the cash stuffing on Thursday, because you should be seeing this on Tuesday. So, and remember, as always, if you do enjoy budgeting, cash stuffing, grocery shopping, cooking with me, spending money with me, mom life, all the things, make sure to do the like, comment, and subscribe buttons, all those YouTube-y things, because it really is super helpful and it's free, and we're a lot of fun over here in this corner of the internet. So I hope you stick around, and I hope you enjoyed. Again, always hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one. Okay, bye!